Well folks, it took forever and a day, but we finally have information on the Nintendo NX. Or rather, the Nintendo Switch. Already, I'm a little iffy on that name. I've really grown to love the name NX. But I suppose they had to switch. I'm sure that joke's been done to death already. Right off the bat, we get a look at the hardware. And it looks like yes, the rumors were true. The NX is a console handheld hybrid. The console portion is rather simple. Just some USB ports and a slot for the handheld device. I like it. I also like the other pieces, the handheld and controllers, but I have a few concerns. First off, its size. Those controller bits are so tiny. And for a handheld console, that doesn't look pocket-sized. Could be a problem, but I'll wait until I can hold the thing myself before I make any judgments. My more pressing worry is that that looks like a lot of detachable pieces, and I lose things a lot. Quick side note, those little controller bit thingies, they are called, and this is true, Joy-Cons. Why? Like, I don't really hate the name, but I can't wrap my head around why they're called that. Regardless, this concept is brilliant. The transition from console to handheld looks instantaneous. Assuming this all works as intended, this is the greatest idea that Nintendo has ever had. And nice contrasting logo, I love it. Continuing the trailer, we get another confirmation that yes, the rumors were true. The The Switch actually uses cartridges. I actually prefer cartridges over discs, so I am pretty happy about this. Next reveal. This console has a stand, meaning you can prop it up, detach the controllers, and use it as a portable console. That is so cool. And apparently, the controllers work independently and wirelessly, which is also cool, if not a little confusing. And as you've probably noticed, that there on the screen is Elder Scrolls. I don't really care about the game itself, but I do know that Bethesda refused to make Wii U games due to inferior hardware. Obviously, that's no longer the case, which for me is a massive relief. Passing by a quick glance at the new Pro Controller, we get another new game. And this one I have mixed feelings. I had it on record that I did not want the Switch to launch with Wii U ports. And this is very clearly Mario Kart 8. At least at first glance. Looking closer, there is at least a little bit more here. There are now 2 slots for items, which brings a nostalgic tear to the eye of this Double Dash fan. And that right there is very clearly King Boo, a character that did not appear in Mario Kart 8. So that's pretty neat. There is some new content here, though so far, not nearly enough to justify a full purchase. From me at least. It took a little while for this to process, but once I did, my jaw dropped. These two are using separate sides of the handheld to play multiplayer. Which, with a controller that small, sounds like an absolute nightmare. But that's not important here. This handheld has built-in local multiplayer. With this console, you can literally pop off a controller and offer it to others to play with you. As of now, this has convinced me that I want to buy the Switch. That sounds so weird saying out loud. But this has convinced me. This is a worthwhile investment, because this is genius. And we're not done yet. What's next? Oh. Basketball and more local multiplayer. Moving on. What's that on the screen right there? That, my friends, is a brand new 3D Mario. We only get just the briefest glimpse of the game. Just 2 short segments of 2 levels. But even then, what we're seeing looks amazing. One last thing about this shot. We don't have official confirmation of amiibo support, but I feel like it's safe to say that they wouldn't be there if it wasn't. Okay, one last game. What are they gonna show? And that was it. That was the end. Release window was revealed, it's still March. And because of that, the future of Nintendo looks so much brighter. This was a fantastic presentation. I do have a few concerns, and I don't like the ports, but there is more than enough here to justify that. So as it stands now, I am so excited for the Nintendo NX, and I can't wait to hear more. Switch! Nintendo Switch! That's going to take forever to sink in.